What is good? Yes, welcome to episode 12 of Market Forensics brought to you by Ask Bid. And you know who I am, Mr. Wall Street, Bid God. Yes, Don Wick back in this bitch. Uh-huh. And today's topic, the shit coins. Yeah, you already know. We're diving deep into the chaotic underbelly of crypto. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're talking about the shit. The meme coins. This is shit coins, meme coin mayhem, and crypto rug pools. So you know what it is? This session's all about how to detect, decode, and dodge the digital traps that most retail investors never see coming. All right. So there's a lot of hype surrounding some of these shit coins, and really that's all it is hype. There is no real utility behind these shit coins. So we're really gonna give you the shit. All right. I'm gonna go deep. All right, and make sure you don't step in some shit. Okay. So put the kids to bed. We're live. Okay. Now, that being said, let's start with the harsh truth. Okay. Got to give you the facts. No cap. Real rough, rugged, and raw. Most people think they're investing in the future when they buy these tokens, not even getting a care about utility and use case. But in reality, they're unknowingly funding someone's exit strategy. Yep. There I said it. Somebody's got to say it, so I said it. This failure in market literacy leads to a dangerous illusion. Yep, that getting in early is always smart when no, you're really getting into a pile of shit. Right? But in this slot machine culture, early usually means you're the final liquidity provider right before the trap snaps shut, right before the rug gets pulled right from under you. Yep, we see it all too often. So that's why I say you're not buying the future, you're funding an exit. Now, please do not confuse this with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, or even your stable coins. They've got a nice history, a nice bit of volume daily, and a beautiful market cap. Yes, transparency. And that's the beautiful thing that blockchains provide is transparency. But if you don't know how to check the brakes, well, then you're going to run straight smack into a wall. Yeah. So let's get into the anatomy of the shit coins. Because most of these shit coins have no utility. If you really look at the coin and ask yourself, is it another Bitcoin copy? Right? Then that's it's not going to work. Here's what a typical shit coin looks like. Right? Looks like under forensic analysis. Right? Now, when we talk about utility use case, why would I buy this coin? I could understand if we're talking about Ethereum and the smart contracts that were provided by Ethereum, or even Solana. Solona's a beautiful one, right? Beautiful, beautiful coin because it's way cheaper than Ethereum and you can build smart contracts on it. Same thing with Tron. But most of these shit coins, they're not innovative. There's no utility. It's just copy and paste smart contracts. And a lot of times the volume's faked through wash trades. Liquidity is either shallow or completely fake. That means I could make $1 million on a shit coin. But if there is no liquidity, you can't get shit from the coin. Remember, I said you're either liquid or liquidity. In this case, you are the liquidity. So when you got fake volume, shallow liquidity, if I see only maybe 5, 10K in the liquidity pool and I'm trying to pull out 100K, sorry. So, key question here. Have you looked at the liquidity? Are you familiar with the whales? Did you audit the smart contract? Okay. Is there a honeypot? A lot of you traders don't even know about honeypot mechanisms. Tokens you can buy but can't sell. All of it wrapped in hype, fueled by influencers who already secured their exits. Don't get me started on these fake crypto traders and influencers. You know the charlatans. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Charlene. The ones who've already secured their bags before they promote it and promote that trash to class, before they promote it to the audience. Yeah. And what do they think they can get you with these nice little logos? Or add a dog on it, and for the dog lovers, they'll sell you the dog shit. So, mean coin mayhem. You have to ask yourself, is it a true community or a cult? Meme coins, they take it even further. Branding is absurd on purpose. Guess what? It's just viral bait. They'll promise 1000x returns, triggering your FOMO and fear of missing out. But the community often becomes the cult that's engineered to be loyal. Okay? And that loyalty surpasses any critical thinking. So we start to have cognitive bias. So that's the real goal, is to get you trapped in and hype. They call it diamond hands, but really you end up with no diamonds in your hands, just shit. So they extract as much retail liquidity as possible before the insiders make their exit. That's why you'll typically see most of these crypto coins looking like the Eiffel Tower or the Empire State Building, where it rallies on up and crashes before you know it. Yeah, 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 yeah. You get it. And I'm talking about that whoop before it, bam, crashes to the ground. Yes. So understand. If you aren't liquid, then you're the liquidity caught in another hype cycle. So let's move on. I want to talk about the rug pulls a little bit deeper, okay? So the strategic playbook, right? From fake liquidity locks to hidden minting functions that allow the developers to create infinite tokens. Yeah, yeah, uh-huh. You got to watch out for this crap here, guys. Soft rugs happen too. They just happen slowly through stealth development dumps. And then there's the nuclear option, the kaboom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The flash loan exploits that can drain your account faster than trading with a fake influencer pushing signals. Uh-huh. These aren't bugs. They're just planned extractions, right? Don't even get me started about the fake trading volume. Uh-huh. Yes. Fake volume is one of the oldest tricks in the crypto playbook. Uh-huh. CEX's fake volume with internal trades, or decentralized exchange bots that simulate activity. Liquidity pools may look deep, but collapse when the real trades happen. Slippage traps, volume spikes with no price movement. That's your telltale sign that it's not demand, it's deception. How do you spot this? We're going on the surface level, but inside the actual crypto course, yes, of course, we show you exactly how to spot this shit. Yeah, yeah. Not demand, but deception. Okay? So the influencers, they exit these pumps. The influencers aren't just hyping coins, they're strategically monetizing them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember one of the ones, ETH Max. I think they had every celebrity pushing it, and you hopped right on board, and you were the liquidity that provided the exit for the developers. They get pre-launch tokens for free or for pennies. They'll launch a hype campaign and sell right into retail buying frenzies. Once they dump, the price crashes. Yep, yep, gone straight to the floor. And retail is left holding the bag. It's not investing, it's performance art for profit. These false prophets. Yeah, preying on the novice, the retail trader, the one that was loyal to them within their community. But you, again, I'll say it as I say it time and time again, you're either liquid or liquidity. And most of these coins, I recommend you stay away from them. A safe rule of thumb is focus on the top 10 coins. These are the ones that have history, a nice long transaction history of transactions and volume. They've got open interest. They've got a nice market cap, and they're very transparent. And a lot of the smart contracts have already been audited. And this is why they've had longevity. Okay? So let's talk about the wallets. You can really detect, the scamming from the wallets. I can see who the whales are and who the shrimps are. This is where on-chain forensics comes into play. Every wallet leaves a footprint. That's the advantage of crypto. And when you start mapping these wallets across multiple projects and follow the breadcrumbs, you begin to see the patterns. Same developer, different scam. Same shit, different toilet. So by clustering the wallet activity and analyzing the fund flows, we can identify repeat offenders like Charlene before they strike again. Yeah, yeah. That's very important that you understand that it's in the wallets. It's in the blockchain forensics. If you look at the smart contract and actually take a look at the wallet holders and see how much they're holding in the wallet, too many whales, right, can turn a good coin into one that you probably might want to avoid. Again, we're going surface level here. Just want to make sure that we help you avoid these common scams. So how do you vet a token? Okay. How do we know it passes our filter? How do you protect yourself from these charlatans and see Charlene coming a mile away? You got to use this forensic checklist. Okay. Here's a legitimate audit. Are the devs doxed? If you haven't doxed the devs and the actual founders, the management behind the coins, the team, that may be a bad sign. Unless the utility overrides the need for the team, then it's no go. Is the liquidity lock real and independently verifiable? That means a third party audit on the smart contract. Okay, that's very important. Next, is the code open source? Does the project actually do something? Okay, so that goes back to utility. Why would I buy it? Now, think like Grand Theft Auto 6. Grand Theft Auto 6 is supposed to be dropping soon in the near future, and I believe they're going to use Bitcoin within the game, is what they're saying. All the news outlets and blogs. But imagine if Grand Theft Auto 6 had their own token. Then that creates ample utility. Imagine if Apple Pay, right? And the Apple Cash you have in your Apple wallet, think of that as a crypto, if you will. Its utility can be used just about everywhere, especially in the App Store. So it's built-in utility, right? And most importantly, does the community ask questions or silence them, right? Are you able to ask true questions or are you silenced when you question red flags? Right? These are very, very important and they will help you to be able to determine if a coin has a possibility for longevity or it's just shitcoin hype. Okay? Red flags and pre-exit signals. This is very important that you're able to look at these. You want to look for early warning signs. Okay? Are they big on hype on Telegram? Maybe no white paper and no docs behind it? Are the developers refusing to reveal their identity? And then they disappear post-launch? while the price stays flat and then they rug. You want to also beware of the 100x nonsense and high pressure FOMO language where they're pushing you to get in for a fear of missing out. These aren't signals of opportunity, they're signs of engineered exits. In this case, you're not investing, folks. You're actually the liquidity for the exit. Mm-hmm. This is the bitter truth. I know it hurts. But when you're investing in these meme coins like Shiba Inu or Doge or Trump coin, it's not investing, it's gambling. Retail participants, they think they're investing, but these tokens are digital slot machines that have been rigged from the start, much like Forex trading on MT4 or even worse, CFDs. These coins have no liquidity and no utility. You're the ones that bring in the liquidity. Even worse, they're pre-revenue. There is no revenue. Just hype cycles designed to extract capital. And now you know how to spot it as an alert trader doing your forensics audit. Okay? And the house, guess what? The house is not the exchange. It's the developers and the influencers and insiders. And guess what? In this game, they always win unless you are hyped to it and hip to it and learn. So we talk about all the time being liquid or liquidity. In this case, stay liquid, folks. And how do you stay liquid? Avoid the shit coins. Now, if you're going to invest like 20 bucks, 100 bucks, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. There are times when you could turn 100,000 into 100,000, but you got to get in early, understand what the whale wallets are doing, and watch them. You can even track them and be alerted when they move coins. This is very, very important that you are aware of who the big money is in this case. We don't call them smart money, we'll call them big money because it doesn't take a smart trader using institutional trading techniques to be able to create a shit coin and shovel it to unsuspecting traders and investors. Okay? So the market forensics is a doctrine and it really helps you to be able to avoid the crap. No ownership, no transparency or audibility. Anything less is synthetic bait. Okay? You want to be able to make sure that we know who's behind the curtain. Okay? Clear decentralized control over the smart contract. No single entity can unilaterally modify or drain the contract. This is truly decentralized. And this is what makes crypto so powerful is its decentralized nature and the transparency that's on the blockchain. The moment these are taken out and you can't audit it, nah, 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 nah. So we end here with the doctrine. Ownership must be decentralized. Code must be transparent. Contracts must be auditable. If it fails any of these, it's not an opportunity. It's synthetic bait. And you're the liquid. Download our shitcoin filter blueprint. Okay? Use it, share it. Survive this game with your capital intact. Stay liquid, folks. Like, subscribe, and share. And join the community of alert traders where we don't take on shit. That being said, this is Market Forensics, episode 12. Stay tuned as we go deep in episode 13. You already know who I am. It's Mr. Wall Street, Bid God, Don Wick, signing out of this bitch. Peace.